Hello, what's that crack? What's that story? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out top 10 things you should never do in the UK. I grew up in Ireland and I've lived in the UK for about 6 years now. So let's see if these things are true. Let's go.
Let's start by saying that in no way are we trying to scare you away from visiting the UK. But if you are a tourist or an international student in the UK, then wouldn't it be better to know a few things that could offend people there? We mean, you don't want to hurt anyone with your actions or words, let alone get into trouble in a foreign land. People would understand that you may take a while to adjust to the new surroundings and customs. But if you want to save yourself from embarrassing situations as a newcomer in the UK, we have compiled a list of things that you should avoid doing there.
Okay.
Number 1, calling the United Kingdom England. Before you take the flight to anywhere in the UK, know its full form. UK stands for the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Do you realize what this means? The UK consists of...
Do you know what? That's a big... I do agree and I do not agree. Because when I'm in the UK, I just say UK to be fair. When I'm in the UK, I don't say England. But when I'm abroad and someone asks you where you're from, I don't bother saying Ireland. Because most places, they don't know where Ireland is. I'll be like, yeah, I'm from England. Because when you say the UK, I don't think the UK is known worldwide like we do. In Europe, yeah. But I feel like when you travel outside Europe, I don't think a lot of people, especially locals, don't really know about the UK. But when you say England, I feel like England is more widely known. Let me know what you guys think.
Of 4 countries: Scotland, England, Northern Ireland, and Wales. Moreover, each country has its own distinctive culture, national identity, and government. So before you begin your sentence with, England's landscapes are, confirm that you really are in England, and not Scotland, which is a separate country. Number 2, ask if they know the Queen. How would you feel if some tourist in the US asked if you knew Donald Trump? You'd call that person plain stupid for assuming that everyone breathing the US air knows the president. So how do you expect people in the UK to...
I don't think people like that. No, I've traveled a lot. No one has ever asked me. Or even here in the UK, no one ever asked me, do I know the Queen? Nah. I don't think so.
Personally know the royal family. More than 60 million people live in the UK, and over 8 million of those live in Greater London alone. There is no way that these people know their monarch more than the internet knows. You won't offend people with this question, but will definitely make them laugh. In your face. Number 3, block the escalator. Escalators are common in most countries, and we don't give much thought about the do's and don'ts while we are standing on it.
This is more of a London thing. I had to learn the hard way when I first started living in London. Oh my God. You can't stand. So literally, if you're getting a tube or you're in central London, you have to stand on the right side. Do not stand on the left side, because people that are rushing tend to rush on the left side. So if you're chilling and you're not in a rush, stand on the right side. I had to learn the hard way. The first week when I started working in London, I live in Birmingham now, in West Midlands. When I started working in London, I was standing there on the left side just chilling. And I was wondering why there was someone trying to, push me. They weren't pushing me, but they're like, can you move? And I started noticing like, everyone tends to stand on the right side. And if you're rushing, go on the left side. But people that live in the UK themselves don't know that, or except if you live in London, because it doesn't really happen in Birmingham. I feel like it depends if you live in a crazy place. Let me know, is it the same in America, Australia, any of them, or Canada? If you live in a busy city, is that the same? Do you guys stand on the right if you're chilling, and do you go on the left if you're rushing? Let me know, please. Thank you.
Well, you'd be surprised to know that there is indeed a wrong way to stand on an escalator, at least in the UK. It is an unspoken rule in this part of the world that if you want to stand still, you should stay on the right-hand side. Why? Well, the left-hand side of the escalator is reserved for those people who are in a hurry. You know, the lot who believe that by running through the escalator and saving about 30 seconds, they would get to their destination on time.
You can.
Just remember, if you don't want to be pushed past, then stay on the right. Number 4, jump a queue. Many of us don't give much importance to a queue. You know, the ones we see outside a dessert kiosk because, well, an ice cream craving can't wait. But don't do that while you're in the UK, simply because that is bad manners. Even if you think it is a petty thing and shouldn't annoy anyone, you aren't doing it here. Before you attempt any such adventure, know that those people ahead in the queue came here first and deserve to be served first. Plus, why do you want any inconvenience in the form of a fight? Stay in the queue, wait for your turn, and all will go swiftly. Number 5, pick up a rented car. We don't mean to say that driving in this country is illegal, but you can get yourself and others in trouble by driving. We have created a nice bit of suspense here. We deserve a pat on the back. Jokes aside, the thing is that you will have to drive on the left side of the road here. And if you come from a nation where the opposite is the norm,
mate, this is so hard to understand sometimes. Oh my god, because obviously when you've lived in UK and Ireland for so long, you tend to forget, and whenever you go abroad, you tend to think the way they do things is wrong, which is obviously it's not wrong. That's just their way of doing things. Again, I was in Budapest in Hungary 2 weeks ago, a week ago. Yeah, I was there, and they drive on the right side. And when we get into taxi, we're like, it felt so weird, especially when you're going through the roundabouts. I'm like, what are you doing on this side? But obviously, that's the way they're used to driving. I think you do. Is it the same in America? I think. Do you guys drive on the right side in America? What other country do that? I feel like there's a few Eastern European countries as well that do it. Please let me know what the place is. Thank you.
you might have a tough time learning this. When you are new to a place, such experiments are the last thing you should be doing, right? Plus, remember you don't know your way around, so you'd be consulting maps on a busy road while getting used to driving on the wrong side. Number 6, talk about money. You don't ask someone how much they earn or how much money they have in their pocket unless you are family or very close friends, right? Come on, that's basic decency. People in the UK might feel offended if you ask too many questions about money. In fact, boasting about your wealth is also not going to be appreciated. So keep the big bucks in your pocket. Number 7, greet inappropriately. Meeting someone for the first time and experiencing that awkward situation where you go for a hug while the other stops you with a handshake. Ever been there? If you don't want to find yourself in that situation in the UK, just go for a handshake because they aren't too comfortable making physical contact with strangers.
Yeah, and when I meet a guy or a girl, I'll just shake their hands. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. After like 2-3 times, you might, get closer. Oh, hiya, you're right. How you getting on? You're right. But to be fair, most of the time it's more of, hello, you're right. Oh yeah. That's it. The handshake, if it's formal. If it's work related, I might do that. But if it's just socially, I might, I'm not really shaking your hand if I'm meeting you outside in a pub or something like that. But yeah, let me know. Is it the same wherever you're from? Thank you.
Strangers. Hugging and kissing on the cheek is reserved for people they know well and are comfortable with. Oh, and what do you say when someone asks you, how are you? By no means is this a cue that you can start off your saga of nasal allergies if you don't want the person to never see your face again. Yeah, if someone asks me, how are you? I'm like, not too bad yourself. They're like, oh, good. That's it. Finished. When I say, how are you? Don't tell me, oh, I'm tired. I'm having a long day. I don't care. I really don't. It's just that's just the way I greet people. Hi again, are you alright? Yeah, not too bad now. Thank you. See ya. Bye-bye. That's it. Let me know how you guys do. Every how are you is followed by fine, thank you, and nothing else. Number 8, fake their accent. No matter how many times you have practiced the British or Scottish accent, don't use it, because it probably isn't that good. People aren't going to like it if you force their accent, and especially when you are doing it all wrong. You will make... This is so annoying. You don't understand. It's absolutely annoying, especially because the way I pronounce stuff like tree. Because I never knew I was saying it in a different way. Because 1, 2, 3. In English, I think they do it like three. I can't even do it. It's three. While in Ireland, it's like tree. Yeah, let's continue. Make it look like you aren't a part of them and are desperate to lose your identity and mix with them. Wouldn't it be better if you first make friends with natives of Wales and then try a Welsh accent? Number 9, voice opinions about Brexit. We know that Brexit is the topic of discussion in pretty much the entire world, but you can't be walking around spitting your views about it when you are in the UK. People there are directly related to it, and your views can be taken personally. And what happens when someone takes your casual opinion personally and in a negative light? Yes, they get offended and might beat you up. Okay, maybe we went too far with the beating up part, but you still don't want to risk it. Number 10, mess with the Queen's Guard. Did that bushy hat fool you? Oh, people, the Queen's Guard isn't your friend, and you aren't. Yeah, this is one thing that I'm very conflicted with a bit. Yeah, I don't really still know why, to be fair. I've been to London a few times, and when I'm in Central and you're walking past the palace, I don't bother. I'm not gonna go touch them. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them things you just don't do. I'm more surprised as to why, people go on about people. I feel like people just go on about how you shouldn't touch them. Like, why is that a big argument? Why are you trying to touch them in the first place?
They're doing their jobs. Why do you want to touch? Why? Like, I'm the kind of person, I just mind my business. On the road, I just keep working. I don't bother anyone. So I do agree. Just leave them. Just don't bother them. Yeah. Thank you.
Forgetting that. You may fool around with him a bit and he won't pay much attention, let alone punish you. But there is a line drawn and you must never cross it because the consequences won't be pretty. Never, we repeat, never touch the guard. Because once you do that, prepare yourself for a world of hurt. Do you want that gun, the one that was fascinating you, to be pointed at you? If not, maintain a respectable distance from the guard. He deserves it. How was your experience in the UK? Tell us in the comment section below.
Yeah, I feel like the UK is so chilled, literally. As long as you're kind of person that kind of respect people and you do understand a bit of, you have a bit of dark humor on you're grand. Like, everyone loves a joke. That's one thing I've realized. Everyone in it, well, not everyone, but like 95% of people love jokes. So yeah, if you're stuck in a situation, just crack a joke. Most of the time, people are gonna laugh, people are gonna allow it. It's such a chilled place. I love it. I wouldn't live anywhere else. I would love to live in Canada. I've been thinking of it. I would love to live in Canada for a few months. It's like my kind of country. Do you know what I mean? Relaxed. Yeah. If you like that, make sure you like, comment down below, subscribe, share it to your family and friends, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye bye.